I'm Alex and I eat too much, and today I'm here in Pittsburgh at PNC Park for the What's New at PNC Park Day. This is the day where they go through the park, they show us the new things around the stadium, the different improvements that they've done both to player experience and fan experience, and then lastly we finish off with actually getting to try all the new concessions that they're bringing to the park. There's so many cool things happening here, so keep watching to see exactly what they're bringing to PNC Park for the Pirates season this year. On March 31st, 2026, I got to attend What's New at PNC Park Media Day. Pirates president Travis Williams took us through the park to show us everything that was new for both the fan experience and the player experience.
Sanction to the 2026 What's New at PNC Park event. Really excited to have you out here this morning. The home opener at PNC Park is always one of the premier events in our city. And we're really excited for this season in particular for a couple reasons. One is there's a lot of excitement, energy, and buzz around the team. We'll save those discussions for later, but just certainly wanted. There's certainly a lot of energy, excitement, and passion from our fans to see what the 2026 season holds for. In addition to that, this is also the 25th season at PNC Park. And that's special for a few reasons. One is the chance to celebrate all of the memories throughout the years with our fans here at PNC Park over the past 25 years. It's a special place, obviously, and a lot of families come here, generations of families come here, make it part of their summertime tradition. We're proud to be a part of that summertime tradition for these families. And also here at PNC Park, and this year will be a special moment. With that, we always make improvements throughout the year. That's the whole part. And so today we're going to preview some of those with you, as well as preview some of the front foods, some of the really cool apparel that's going to be available exclusively here at PNC Park. We'll start outside today because there are some really cool things. Those are 60 bronze plaques that we've installed with 10,000 fan messages. These are messages that were on the bricks that were embedded in the sidewalk. Last year, put a new sidewalk in place. We need a new home for these messages. These are really important to our fans and really important to us. We need to preserve them in a way that's sustainable long term. And so we found a way to do that through these bronze plaques. One reason we did it was because they're vertical. It's an opportunity for people to interact and engage with it a little bit more, able to find their messages. When you're in the bricks in the sidewalk and we have crowds surrounding PNC Park, it's really hard for fans to be able to find their messages. So now that they're on these walls and wrap around Jim Robinson Way all the way to Mazeroski Way, these fans are able to go up and find them still the same way that they found them in the past through the years. And we've added a whole system to be able to do that. There's a QR code that you can see right behind me, a small little plaque. You go up to the QR code, do it on your phone, and you can find and locate which year your message, if you're a fan that had one here on the bricks, you can find your message on these bronze plaques. These bronze plaques were forged here in Pittsburgh by Matthews International. The design of the plaque system was done by Janet Marie Smith. You will recall that name. Janet has helped us with some of the improvements and enhancements to PNC Park, of course, in the last few years. Her team at Canopy has helped us do that, and our friends at Mascaro helped install this. So we're really excited for our fans to be able to come, engage, find their messages, and see them. In addition to that, there's one other really exciting thing that is happening this offseason, and that is just down the way. You can see down General Robinson Way on the corner of Mass and General Robinson. We have the opening of the plaza in the North Shore. This is going to be a really fun and engaging place for our fans who are coming from the west side of the ballpark or the north. If we're entering into the home plate entrance or our home plate club or the Mazeroski Way entrance, they're coming in from that direction. They're able to land at the plaza and have a really great time on their way in. Feel the energy and excitement, much the same as what we do on Federal Street, walking across the Clemente Bridge. Fans get to interact and engage with our brand, with the Pirates, whether it's little kids, adults, whoever it may be. We can start to feel the energy and excitement as you're walking into the ballpark. That's really what we're going to be able to create here with the Plaza at North Shore. Any questions related to anything on the outside? It's going to be open on opening day.
For the bricks themselves, how was that kind of curating, getting all the names involved? Were people reaching out to you all to make sure they're involved with this project?
These were actually the original messages that were in the bricks when PNC Park opened. And so this was a program that was done back in the 2000, leading into the opening of PNC Park in 2001. Those messages were all in the bricks. When we pulled the bricks up, we already had those messages preserved. We were able to put them on the bronze plaques in exactly the same format and same messages that were there on the bricks originally. Yeah. There are over 10,000 messages on these 60 plaques that are surrounding PNC Park. Don't talk about the dollar amounts related to these projects. Suffice it to say, it's an expensive project, but one that was well worth it for our fans.
Are there tentative talks on possibly adding on to the project in the future?
This was really to preserve the original program that was done for the bricks, the Bucko Brick program when the ballpark opened. We're not looking to add to that at this point in time. Maybe there will be another program similar to it, but this is really important to these fans who put these messages in the bricks whenever we open the ballpark. All right, we're going to head on inside and talk a little bit more about some of the enhancements to the player experience and also the fan experience on the inside of the ballpark.
Now the Pirates president, Travis Williams, brought us into the ballpark, into the clubhouse, so we could see upgrades to the player experience this year.
All right, so we wanted to bring you in the clubhouse today to talk about some of the enhancements related to the player experience. We've talked a lot about fan experience outside. We'll talk more about fan experience as we move through the tour today. But in here, we want to talk a little bit about the player experience. One thing that is critically important to Bob Nutting, myself, and Ben Charrington is to make sure that the player experience is at a level that they can focus on what's happening on the field and not have to worry about things that are happening off the field. And also to put them in a position to continue to improve at the major league level and develop as players. And so last year we talked a little bit, a couple of years ago actually, we talked a little bit about some of the improvements we made to the dining space for the players. Nutrition is critically important to them. We wanted to make sure that we had the best in class and dining experience to allow our chef to be able to fuel our players before they go on the field. We also talked about some of the medical space and the training space to make sure they had the equipment and technology to be able to continue to get to be bigger, better athletes as well. This year, we made improvements inside this clubhouse. So brand new carpet, brand new paint, refinished all of the locker room trim. In here, we also improved all of the and replaced all of the wet space and the sauna space for our players as well. So when they're in here now, they've got a fully refurbished clubhouse space that allows them, like I said, to focus what's happening on the field and not have to worry about things that are happening off the field. In addition to that, we walked past, as we were walking into the clubhouse, the batting tunnels. In the batting tunnels, we also put in force plates. We have essentially, over the course of the last couple of years, invested in player performance equipment that has created essentially a hitting lab and a pitching lab for our players. So our pitchers are able to come in here, work with our pitching coaches to be able to have all the technology they need to improve here at the major league level, continue their improvement, especially as you have a young pitching staff. That's really important for us. But it allows us to have every piece of information that you need to know, not only what's happening with the balls that's coming out of their hand, but you can also understand everything that's happening with the biomechanics of their body. And we also have force plates in the ground so we can see all of the force and what's happening below the ground as they're working on their pitch lineup or their pitch repertoire. The same for our hitters now, that we have the force plates underneath the batting tunnel. Our players who are working on their hitting, their swing, can come in here. We have all the information of what happens to the ball when it comes off their bat. We have all the information of what's happening with their biomechanics above the ground. We now have all the information and data as to what's happening with respect to the force below the ground as they're pushing off and they're swinging or they're landing on that front foot. All of this in an effort to continually invest in and make sure our players are getting better day in and day out at the major league level. We're going to go out on the field. On our way out to the field, we also made a couple of different improvements as well around the player experience. One is we've added a swing room. It's actually not added, but we've enhanced it to improve it. We've added that swing room has been improved to provide it with air conditioning and heat. You ask why? Why is that important in a swing room? Well, it's important because if our players are playing in the northern climate that we have, oftentimes at the early part of the season it's really cold. Middle of the season it gets pretty warm. We want to make sure our players are able to come in if it's cold, especially our pitchers, and warm up and be warm behind the dugout while they're waiting to go back out there and pitch. or a hitter maybe getting ready to go in the lineup, and we want to make sure he's warmed up and he's got his swing ready to go out there and face the pitcher that they're going to face. Same goes in the hot climates in the middle of the summer. Make sure that it's air conditioned so they can come off. Pitcher who's getting overheated, you want him to come down and be able to cool off before he goes out there and faces the batters in the next inning. So working on things like that, again, improving that player experience, making sure that they don't have to focus on things off the field. They're focused solely on their performance on the field. All right. So we're going to make our way down through the tunnel where the players go out onto the field. We'll talk a little bit more out on the field.
Now we made our way to the field where we saw the premiere of the Pirates' new hype video and learned about improvements to the field itself.
And to start that off, one of the things that our fans look most forward to every season is our opening video. So we thought that today we would actually start you off with the opening video and give you a sneak peek. So up on the board behind me, we'll cue it up and you're going to see it.
Cold world out there, kids grab your cups. For a minute I know now I'm back to work. Looking for the antidote to crack the cup. Put this shit on, make it up a classic mall. Don't need pity getting to me when I can't get no. Talking down in me, I had to crack your nose for cracking just. Looking for the man, the whole thing.
Pittsburgh residents, grit, perseverance, resilience, loyalty, toughness.
Amigo. Grab your balloons and back to friends. See, now I don't just tell them it's for me. It's fine. Oh, I'm down there. Don't let there and I can't resist. You love that sound.
Seen that video at this point, I think, at least 100 times, and it gives me goosebumps still. So we're looking forward to unveiling that on opening day with our fans. I think they'll be as excited as we are after watching it. I wanted to talk a little bit about the field. In your media packets, each of you should have a patch in there, which is actually a commemorative patch that our players will be wearing on their sleeve throughout the entire season to commemorate the unfortunate loss of our Hall of Famer, Bill Mazeroski, the Mass. We wanted to make sure that we commemorated his loss this year with the entire organization. It's a tribute to him and his family, well-deserved, and obviously he had a big impact on this organization, not only in terms of what he did on the field, but also what he did through the years off the field as well. And we also, in addition to that, on opening day, will have a special tribute to him. And our director of field operations, Matt Brown, is going to join me in a second. Also did a very good job. You'd have to go up to the upper deck to see it exactly. But in addition to our Pirate P being cut into the outfield, we also have a special little tribute to Maz over towards second base with Maz inscripted in the grass as well. So we're also, while unfortunate, still happy to share that with our fans on the day as well. This winter, no surprise, many of you in the media have been covering it, was very, very difficult offseason in terms of weather for Pittsburgh. Despite that, you can see that this grass is green and ready for play. And that only happens because of Matt Brown and the entire field crew, which is one of the best in the business, and what they were able to do to get this field ready. So we're super excited to do that. I know everybody loves to see the opening day logo spray painted into the ground. I think we're going to do a commemorative spray painting of that. Maybe, maybe not. It looks like it's already in there. So Matt's saying no, we're not doing that. Sorry. Next year you'll get a chance to see it. Matt's way ahead of the ball game as usual. But Matt, you want to come over here for a second and just talk a little bit about the field and field maintenance this year? Yeah. Thank you.
Can you stay?
I'll stand close to him so you can hear the mic.
Exactly.
Speaking to the mic.
Yeah. So good morning, everybody.
just a few changes for the field this year. In 26, all the grass on the infield and foul territory is new. We installed that in October. Uh, just to basically just remove some wear and tear just from all the events and obviously the games. That the grass was last resodded in 22, so we thought it was time for a revamp. As well as in left field, the warning track area from foul territory to the bullpen. We installed new drainage, just basically help mitigate bit like the time when we pulled the tarp out of the rain anyway. So should help us out tremendously. So yeah, if there's any questions, like I said, like Travis said, this was a tough off season as far as weather-wise, but it's the one thing we can't really control. So we'll just do the best we can. We adapt and we go forward. So if there's any questions, feel free to fire away. Take all the pictures you want. Enjoy it.
Say your name.
Background.
One other thing I'll add while we're all here is the batter's eye. Batter's eye was repainted. Sounds kind of silly as to why we're pointing that out, but we actually worked with PPG this offseason. What we found is in the height of the summer, during certain times of the day, there was a lot of glare off of it, which was affecting our batters and the batters in their vision as they were looking at the pitcher and the pitch coming towards them. So we worked with PPG this offseason to work on an anti-glare paint. That is a special application that we have here at PNC Park specifically for our batter's eye as well. I also would be remiss if I didn't at least call out the Sports and Exhibition Authority. They're a landlord, great partner of ours throughout the course of the last 25 years, but in particular this offseason, working with us on projects, helping us with the approval process to get the projects approved on the outside of the building. Remember the plaques, also helping us with projects inside the building like the clubhouse renovations and things like Batter's Eye and other things that are happening around PNC Park. They've been a great partner. Also, the Arts Commission. When we did the commemorative plaques on the outside, the Arts Commission was involved in the review and approval process, and they were a great partner in that process as well. So just wanted to at least call them out and make sure that I mentioned them as well today.
After some time on the field, we made our way up to the concourse to learn about some changes to concessions, including Pops Plaza and the new Authentic space.
All right. As I mentioned, fan experience is critically important in the Pirates organization. For Bob Nutting and myself, the entire organization, it's something we focus on year-round. We take fan feedback. We make sure that we want that the entirety of the year, making improvements. We also look at how the game has changed, how fan behavior has changed over the years. One thing that we saw throughout that time period was that the game has gotten faster with pitch clock and other things. It's condensed the time of the game to a much shorter time, and therefore the game is faster. And people want to get back to their seats and make sure they're not missing any of the action. It's our job to make sure that we don't have that happen. People still want to go to get their free, hot dogs, beer, water, whatever it is. We get back to their seats as quickly as possible. So we're trying to make that happen. One of the ways that we're trying to make that happen is an improvement that we've made this season with the speed bump. So we're going to talk about that in a second. We've done this on 3 locations on the main concourse, 1 location on the upper concourse. And in addition to that, we also, in the distance area of Pops Plaza, has converted that into a grab-and-go market space, much like these. Like you see behind home plate, you can grab your items and go check out. So I'm going to have our general manager of PNC Park for Airline, Marcelo Velasquez, talk a little bit about how this stand will operate.
Thank you, Josh. You said it very well. So for anyone who's been here before, in this stand and these other stands we have renovated, you are used to seeing 9 cashiers that you would wait for, give them your order, and then wait for your food. We flipped that kind of on its head where everything is ready. We'll have one queue line here in each of these stands that we have changed. We'll have a heated pass-throughs for all the hot food, ready meals, and snacks on the front counter. You'll just regress through the line, grab your beverages, your condiments, and then you'll check out with the cashier. So we've taken the waiting to a fast, efficient, single line, and you're just blowing through the line rather than waiting twice. So making it more frictionless for our guests to get them back into their seats.
Any questions about the session specific? All right. One other thing that we also did this season
was we added an authentic stand to allow you to take some pictures of it as we walk past it on our way to the next stop. This is actually on the main concourse here at Pittsburgh Plaza, right on the corner. You'll see it in a second. But this is actually a new feature here at Walmart. It's the memorabilia that has actually been game used equipment, game used items, whether it be baseballs, cleats, balls, could be lineup cards, could be any number of things, jerseys. Those will be available here at Walmart. They'll also be available online on MLB.com. But we're going to offer this in Ballpark, and it's going to be mostly focused on things that are happening in games that you've attended. So the neat part is, the perspective is, you're coming with your son or daughter for their first game, or you're commemorating a special moment, or it's an anniversary or a birthday. You want to have the lineup card for that event, or you want to take away a baseball for that event, or you want to have something that was used in that game. You can go to a store, buy it, and take it with you. And that's a memory that you can create beyond just being here in the ballpark as well. So we're really trying to make sure that you can take away from the overall game experience and take it home with you as well. All right, any questions related to either the concessions and or the athletic stuff? And they won't necessarily get foul balls, as long as those are kept by the fans. Balls, though, that you see here across the sign oftentimes, those will be authenticated by an authenticator, so that you know that it was actually being used. And we get those, we bring them up here, and they're available for
After we got a few moments to take photos and videos of the new grab-and-go concessions, the new Pirates Authentics, and the new Pops Plaza area, we then made our way towards the Pirates Clubhouse Team Store. The upgraded Pirates Clubhouse Team Store was added a few years ago, especially with a partnership with Fanatics. They now have an incredible selection of all of the team gear and merchandise that you may want to purchase. We got to hear about all of the new items that they are bringing to the team store this year.
Next stop is our team store. And this is really exciting because we opened this now, it's going to be our third season. In this store, we've been operating, and it's gotten a great fan reaction. In terms of the size of the store, and the ability to shop, and move around, and our ability to offer more different, or I should say, different types of merchandise throughout the store. As you can see just behind us, the hat wall, the jersey selection on the corner, throughout. There's a lot more opportunity to merchandise this store than we have in the past. And really excited about this year in particular because we have a new general manager of the store here for Fanatics, Brandon Starr. Brandon comes to us from a strong retail background. And so beyond just the apparel, the merchandise, and the other items that are here in the store, the shopping experience has been a big focus of Brandon through this off season, making sure that experience and the fans come in here, they have an enjoyable experience, and it's just beyond buying something. They get to experience something when they're in there. So I'm really excited to introduce you to Brandon and let him take it over from there.
Yeah, hello, I'm Brandon Starr. So I'm local, grew up in Swickley, but really excited to be here. Try to steal some of my thunder because we were talking a lot about how Fanatics and the Pirates have really come together to advance the fan experience. So this is 8,500 square feet, so it's much larger than what we had before. And you know, like you said, it's a lot easier to move through. You don't feel as crowded, and that's not fun if you're kind of shocked. It's like somebody's up on top, breathing on you. Plus the wide range of assortment of product variety brands that we have. So we're really excited. One way we really focus on enhancing that fan experience is having a wider depth of player jerseys. All right, so you might have walked in here in the past, and there'd be like 2 or 3 jerseys. You now have 8 different players named. And that'll continuously change throughout the year, depending on, who we think's, wow, hit 3 home runs already, right? So Lau's a big guy that we want to push. Obviously, Skeens is huge for us, Clemente. But we understand that people come in and they might buy a player jersey based off an offer, right? Or they like a certain player. Or they're a brand new fan and they're just walking in for the first time and they want to see what is available to them. So we're really pushing the jersey selection hard. We have the dugout jackets, all that kind of stuff that players see, the people see the players wear all the time. The other thing that we're excited about, we're a storied franchise, right? Talk about Dave a lot. So Dave Parker just went in the Hall of Fame last year. We got the Dave Parker jacket here. We have Dave Parker shirt. Inside of the jacket, I think it's pretty cool. Whoa. Right? So really, really exciting. I think fans are gonna love that. And then moving into some of our other releases, like I'm from Pittsburgh. I love being from Pittsburgh. So Mr. Rogers neighborhood T-shirt here, right? Much more Pittsburgh we get. We have the draft coming up, which is very, very exciting. We have Pittsburgh Brogy Blitz T-shirt here, right? Trying to capture that fan that's going to be here in a few weeks. With that, also we have the Tops Cards baseball cards are blowing up again. I remember when I was over, they were big, and they kind of went away, and now they're back. People are very, very excited. And then the normal stuff that we have, the shoulder parrot. We have bigger pierogies this year. They're much bigger. Right? Okay. Everybody loves these jalapeno ham. Wants a kid while he can. And then also another thing we really got into was shrink wrap. I'm assuming all of you have a million units in the walls at home, right? Yes. Yep. All right. So we do have a bunch of cups. Shot glasses, glassware, the tumbler stop. You can really show off your fandom, every single day if you're at the office. So, like Travis said, I want my people coming here to have a great shopping experience. We're the best whole park in America. Shopping experience should also mirror that and really, really, really be great. So we're pushing that hard. Really excited for the season. I'm ecstatic to be here. Being alive. Pittsburgh, I love baseball. I love Pirate baseball. So I'm ready for fun. Come down, see me. I'll be here next. Yeah.
We then got a little bit of time to take a walk around the clubhouse store and look at some of the new merchandise they have on sale this year. This might be the year I upgrade some of my gear. I know I definitely need a new jersey after so many years of wearing the ones I have. After looking at all the new merchandise, we made our way to the left field lounge to learn about all of the new food items that they will have at PNC Park this year for the 2026 Pirates season. So keep watching to see what they have.
We'll touch on everything. This is everybody's favorite stop of the What's New at the Ballpark tours when we do them. You can already smell how great the food is, but this doesn't happen without a lot of good work by our friends from Aramark who work the entire off season, making sure that they listen to the fans, respond to the fans, and really put their heart and their soul into what they're preparing for the fans, both in the concessions and our premium areas as well. That's really led by the team that Marcelo leads, who you got a chance to hear from a little bit earlier, but also who Chef Gabor, the team that he leads as well. We're really, really proud to be able to work with Chef Gabor and have him listen to our fans, respond to the fans, and deliver food that he's going to talk about right now. So with that, I'm going to let Chef Gabor take over.
Thanks, Travis. How's everybody doing? Thanks for coming, guys. Appreciate it. Plenty of new stuff happening again this year. Took some things off, put some things on. So I'm going to start from this end. Probably the most exciting thing that I want to feature this year is going to be the foot-long corn dog, the Macon House, with Heinz mustard, homemade pickle de gallo, which is very similar to a salsa, but it's the tomatoes we use, Pittsburgh pickles for that. Next up is going to be a tribute to Roberto Clemente. We're making a classic Puerto Rican hot dog. It's going to be called the Boricua hot dog. It's 61 hot dog with sauerkraut, potato sticks, ketchup, braised onions, and some yellow mustard. Next up, we're going to have a bird dog. We call it the coop puppy. It's a brined chicken tender. Debbie top with some ranch, some iceberg lettuce, and some scallions. It's going to be available down at 144 Chicken on the Hill stand. Next up is our beer burger. We make our own beer cheese in-house for this. It's going to be in a pretzel bun with some dill pickle chips, some mustard, and smoked Gouda cheese. Available at the Cannonball stand. We're going to start serving some empanadas. That are freshly made by our friends from All Things Empanada. It's going to be available down at Nachorita stand. We're going to have a vegan option available and an amazing chicken empanada available for this season. Everybody should try that. That's probably one of my favorite ones this year. Up in the market at 128, we will be serving some Pittsburgh snacks that I think will resonate well with the fans. First one's going to be some kettle chip nachos with fresh kielbasis, pickle de gallo, sriracha ketchup. The second one is going to be our barbecue chipped ham fries. That's probably going to be the most popular thing in that stand. It's amazing. Highly recommend it. We also top it with some extra homemade barbecue sauce. My other favorite is going to be the smoked turkey leg. We're smoking in house. It's available at Manny's. It's probably enough for 3 people. Heavy hitter for sure. Our homemade smoked Gouda mac and cheese and some coleslaw on the side. And last but not least is our Nutella beignets available at Chicken on the Hill and in Cannonball. We're gonna serve them warm with a little bit of caramel sauce and some whipped cream on the side. So, cool stuff. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it.
Now, as Alex eats too much, it was my opportunity to try all of these new food items for the 2026 season. Here are my mostly unedited takes on all of the items that I got to eat this year. If you want to see a quick recap of all of the food, I do have a shorter video posted to YouTube Shorts. All right, now I have a piece of the heavy hitter dog, which is a corn dog. It's a foot-long corn dog that's covered in mustard and pico de gallo, and it's served in a baseball bat boat. So just get a quick look here, and then bottoms up. That pico de gallo is very, very good. I mean, corn dogs are always great. So. All right, so the first thing I'm trying is the Boricua dog, and this is a small and street deli hot dog with sofrito beef and potato straws, mustard, sauerkraut, and a little bit of, looks like a chili sauce of some kind. So get a close up there, and then let's dive in. That's good. A little messy, but very good. Now I have here the Coop Puppy, which is a sweet tea brined piece of fried chicken with ketchup braised onions, and this is available in the Coop along the Riverwalk. That's really good. It's got a lot of crunch to it. Very nice. Another new item this year are the empanadas, and they partner with All Things Empanada to make these out. And I mean, look at the size of this empanada. This is pretty big for ballpark food. Let's try this out here. They have them in both chicken and vegan. Oh, those are really good. Yeah, you get a look at the inside and the filling here. That's really good. Really good. All right, now I have the kettle nachos. So these are kettle chips, pieces of kielbasa, and then some relish on top. Just gonna have to, grabbed a fork, but that doesn't make any sense here. I'm just gonna go for it. Those are pretty good. The kielbasa is nice, the relish is really nice. Like it. Another new thing this year is the chipped ham fries. So you can see it's a fries with cheese sauce and chipped ham on top. Now, I will admit I'm not the biggest fan of chipped ham, but I'm sure this is going to be good. Oh yeah, it's definitely fries with chipped ham. Okay, another really cool item they have here is the smoked turkey leg with mac and cheese and coleslaw. They're doing all the smoking in-house. It's going to be available at the Manny's Barbecue down on the Riverwalk. This looks really good. This may be one of my new concessions I get all the time this year. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, that's solid. It's got like a sweet barbecue sauce on it. Let's check out those mac and cheese. Also, really, really good. This might be one of my new go-tos this year. The last new meal option I have is this beer cheeseburger, and it's on a pretzel bun. So you can see here, let's get some beer cheese, pretzel bun. I mean, I always love a burger, so here we go. Oh yeah, that's good. It's got a slightly different flavor. Nice alternative to a regular burger. Oh, there's some potato chips on here too. Nice. Okay, and the last new item I have here is the Nutella beignet. So this is the new dessert option. You can see here, got the beignet with a little bit of a drizzle and some cream. Do you love anything that's a dessert? Take a look at that. I love that they're bite size, at least for me. Those are great. That would make a nice dessert. And that's what's new at PNC Park for the Pittsburgh Pirates 2026 baseball season. Let's go Bucks!